Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Joining you here at 18,000 feet on an approach to PDX. So Sim Update 2 is finally out and I have a couple of things to cover. Sim Update 2. First of all, we had a stream yesterday and okay, we're at 18,000, so let me quickly set our QNH 3012. So we had a stream yesterday with Sim Update 2 after it released, and I did have one crash. Now I'm not sure if it was because I was running auto FPS or whether it was the sim, but we let that go. This is my second flight with Sim Update 2 and so far it has been really good. I'm also using Reshade along with Msfs 2024 here. I'll share my Reshade settings in a separate video I'm planning to make this weekend, so be on a watch for that. But that's why the sim doesn't look all orangish, yellowish, and it actually looks realistic, so be on the lookout for that. One of the things that I do see with Sim Update 2 final release is that the cloud texture resolution, or well, not texture resolution, but the cloud density resolution up to the distance, like up to the horizon, has increased quite a bit. So on Sim Update 2 beta, I was seeing that those further out clouds were extremely low res, but I've observed this in both the flights now, that even the further out clouds are looking pretty well defined. And let me know if you guys have the same observation or if it's just placebo, but I do definitely feel like those faraway clouds have improved quite a bit in terms of resolution. One of the other things that they have added is exposure setup. So you can you have the exposure compensation option here. I've set it to minus 7.5. I think anything between 0.5 and 0.75 works well. If it's very bright day, then you might want to turn it down more. If it's not too bright, maybe evening or something, probably leave it at like 0.3 or 0.5 works pretty good. But that's a good addition because there was a complaint about the sim that it's just too bright during the day. But yeah, this video I was just going to show off the sim. It's been really smooth. I also have MSI afterburner on. I am locked in at 120 FPS. It hasn't dropped throughout the flight. I'm sure it will drop a bit during the landing, but yeah, overall it has been maintaining a very good performance overall, and I've read that a lot of people are getting good performance with Sim Update 2. And in terms of fluidity, like when I'm panning and stuff, I don't feel there are any stutters. Again, like this has something to do with the way I have set up my sim as well. So if you guys want to set it up in a similar manner, you can watch my stutter free sim guide. A lot of people have been commenting on that one, that it helped them out. Basically the key is to match your monitor refresh rate with the frame rates that you're getting in the sim, or the other way around. If you have an option to run the monitor at X hertz refresh rate, try to tune the settings in the sim to get X amount of frames, so that both of those are aligned. And then if you turn VSync on, that will like absolutely lock your sim down to a nice smooth whatever FPS. I would say minimum 60 and maximum I would say 120. Like even with a system like mine, you should not set it to like 144 hertz because that's a little bit too much. I think if you have an option to set it to 100 hertz, maybe do that. But looks like we are close to 10,000 feet. Let's get the landing lights on here and then both the signs on. Yeah, overall I've been enjoying Sim Update 2. We also had a nice little GA flight around Key West on the stream. By the way, if you guys don't want to miss out on all this raw content, I upload a lot of videos, shorts, and also go live sometimes. So if you're into flight simulation and aviation, please make sure you leave a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel. I do not do any sponsored add-on reviews, so whatever I am showing on my channel is all the things that I've bought with my own money. So I have no incentive in praising something if it is not up to the mark. To be honest, Reshade looks amazing. Look at that. So let me disable Reshade and then I'll show you how the vanilla sim looks like. And then when I enable Reshade, completely changes the game. Look at that. Look at that yellowish, orangish kind of feel. And then as soon as I turn it on, everything looks nice and realistic. Anyway, shout out to 2-Ton Murphy. That's the video I watched to set up Reshade. But then I made my own tweaks to the preset to get some performance back, make sure that I'm not losing performance, but I'm still getting the most in terms of looks improvement. So yeah, and I'll mention his name in my Reshade video as well, because that's where I got the idea from. So not trying to steal anyone's work here. But yeah, definitely cloud resolution has improved. What do you guys think? Like, look at that cloud. It's a very highly detailed cloud. Definitely it has gone up. And this is, I'm talking not since Sim Update 1. Sim Update 1 had pretty good clouds, but then I think Sim Update 2 beta had some trade-off in the resolution there, but now again in the final release they seem to have again brought things back up in terms of cloud resolution. I still don't see the light issue fixed, but I don't know if that's Phoenix or if that's Msfs. I'm not aware what is causing that lights issue where the cockpit lights don't work. Like for example, if I turn this on right now during the day, it doesn't work. Only works in like late evening, early morning and nights. So that's still there, but not a big deal honestly. It looks and feels really fluid overall. In terms of settings for this video, I'm running TAA and I am trying out NVIDIA DLSS at 2x. I had some problems with NVIDIA FrameGen when I was running it before, but I'm just trying it with the Sim Update 2 final release to see if I still get the landing stutters that I was getting on Sim Update 2 beta and also on Sim Update 1. So we'll see how that goes. Damn, look at that. And overall my settings are just basically everything set to ultra, and also TLOD is set to 300, I think. Yeah, 300. And I'm not using auto FPS because kind of skeptical that auto FPS might have caused that crash that I had last night on the stream. So I'm not using it today. So we have pretty low winds. Like if you look at the runway here, update this. So just 2 knots crosswind, 2 knots, maybe less than 2 knots tailwind. So not bad at all in terms of weather. And let me make sure we are all situated here. 3012, that's still correct. QNH. The frames have still, I think the frames have dropped a tad bit. I can feel it, but nothing crazy. Yeah, somewhere around 100, 105. I'll keep turning it on so that you guys have some reference of what my frames are doing. But I don't want to leave it on all the time because that just ruins the immersion. So 283 is our minimums, all of that is fine, and then our missed approach altitude is going to be 4000. So after we capture, I can put it to 4000. Lights are good. Speed brakes can come back and we can arm them. And at Hannah, I need to be at 2968. Okay, 2968. I think we are still on track, so the glide slope should slowly come up. Again, little bit of a frame drop, nothing crazy. Now we're getting into the 90s. That's the thing. Still, the frames that you'll get at takeoff are not what you'll get on landing, and I honestly don't know why that's still the case for Sim Update 2 as well, but watch out for that. You may not get the same performance during takeoffs and landings. That's something that I'm still seeing. Okay, what kind of a distance do we have here from the runway? Roughly like 10 miles. So I think we can go flaps 1 and get the speed down a bit, because we do need to be at 177 at Hannah. Okay, time to enable localizer, and glide slopes coming up as well. As soon as that comes up, we will enable the glide slope or approach mode. Look at that, guys. The sim does look amazing. Holy. But let's keep focusing on the... Okay, localizer is captured, and glide should come on as well. 2500. Let's focus on the landing now. I'll talk a little bit less. Look at that. All that haze. It looks amazing with the Reshade. I'm excited about this Reshade video. I think it'll help a lot of you guys out. Ooh, I can see the runway lights now. I might have to drop the gear right now because I'm a little fast. Okay, and then turn down the sim volume just a tad bit. Flaps in. It's going to probably scream at me, but that's fine. Always happens at Portland. Late prep. And this goes to 4000. So on approach we are getting roughly 84 frames or so. So that means I'm getting roughly base FPS of around 40. But look at that VRAM usage. Holy, my VRAM usage is 19 GB. Damn, 19 GB of VRAM usage. I mean, I get it that I've maxed out the settings, but still 19 GB is wild. Anyway, I'm gonna disable autopilot now and then fly this down on my own, because that's a lot of fun these days on the Airbus. Well, I've been flying A350 a lot, so now I don't know if I'll get the landing right on 320, but I guess we'll see. We will see. Just trying not to overcorrect. Look at the sim though. Sim looks amazing. Again, just a quick check on FPS. 94, 99, back to 100 FPS. Nothing crazy. Not a huge drop there. What we are looking for is if we get stutters after landing or during landing. That's where my sim used to give up. There's one stutter, but nothing too bad. Continue. Okay, let's go back to this view.
200. 100.
Light slow.
40, 30, 20. Retard.
Nice smooth landing, and that's where we are looking for stutters. Let's see how that goes. There's a couple of stutters there, but let's see if we get anything more. If it doesn't stutter, then I think the whole NVIDIA frame gen issue is now resolved, I'm guessing, at least for me. I didn't see anyone report that issue, to be honest. I specifically had this issue where it would just... Oh, it's still happening. Is it? No, it's smooth again. So you saw that happen momentarily, right? That's what used to happen for me like throughout, but now I think it's smooth. So I guess we are good. Yeah, also some airports are worse than the others. I think PDX is kind of a native, well, not native 2024 support yet, but it is compatible at least with 2024. But the other airports are not compatible with 2024. Like Boise, I think, is not compatible, so that doesn't perform very well. Is this even the add-on? Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. I was afraid it didn't even load my add-on airport. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching the video, and hope you enjoyed the landing. Dang it, I forgot to record the landing, so you'll not have any outside views, but I hope that was still fun, and I will see you guys on the next one.